Yeah, but of course, if you're exposed, any number of us are vulnerable. Florida, one of the hardest hit states, and Miami, one of the hardest hit cities. And we are joined now by Miami Mayor Francis Suarez. Mayor, good morning. You've got this major outbreak there, and you've said it's partially tied to reopening too soon. Right now, you're saying to Miamians, stay vigilant. Might you soon say, stay home?
You never know. That's an option that I have never taken off the table. Some would like for us to take it off the table, but it's not an option you can take off the table when you have to look at hospitalization rates, where they're at, where we have to be monitoring the death rate continually. I know all our hospitalization numbers are up. They've been up. Our new case numbers hit a record high this weekend, Saturday, Friday, and I think it's the day before Wednesday. So we had 3 days where we had over 2,000 cases per day, which is 4 times greater than when we instituted a lockdown in late March.
What is your timetable for making a decision about a stay-at-home order? And I ask because a big study came out showing that if New York had issued its order just 2 weeks earlier, thousands of lives may have been saved. So every day that you wait could cost lives. What's your timetable?
It's an incredibly delicate balance, understanding that the stay-at-home order is extremely effective. We were, increasing about 35 cases a day before the stay-at-home order. Once we implemented it, we were able to flatten the curve, and we were decreasing by about 14 cases a day. We're now increasing, at least as of last Thursday, we're increasing at a rate of 90 cases per day, so almost 3 times faster than we were when we had a stay-at-home order. We're analyzing it every single day. In fact, at 9, I have a call with the Department of Health, which is my usual 9 a.m. morning call with the Department of Health, and then we make some decisions after that.
Governor Ron DeSantis in Florida has said he will not roll back the opening up of business there in the state. You're prepared to break with him on that issue?
Yeah, I don't look at it as a political issue or breaking with him or not breaking with him. I think for me, Miami is unique. We're the densest city in Florida. We were the last one to open. I got some criticism for that, but, from my perspective, I'm looking at the science, I'm looking at the data, I'm consulting with epidemiologists, biostatisticians, and also the Department of Health. And then we're making what we think are the best decisions for our residents. That's how I've made my decisions. I don't try to stay away from the national political landscape or the partisanship of it, because for me, this is about, like you said, saving lives and making decisions that are for the benefit of my residents.
Yeah, but of course your residents hear from you, but they also hear from national political figures and statewide political figures. Your governor has resisted a statewide call for face masks, but one of the decisions you've made is a mandatory face covering rule in Miami. Would you like to see it statewide?
I think it should be statewide. I think, I don't see the downside in making it mandatory statewide. To me, it's no different than forcing people to wear a seatbelt. When you wear a seatbelt, it's a precautionary measure. You're not guaranteed to live when there's a car accident, but you have a much, much higher chance. And so when you're wearing face masks, all the studies I've seen demonstrate that, the face mask will reduce the chance of getting the coronavirus by about 85%. So, for me, it's sort of a no-brainer.
So then the question becomes, should it be federal as well? We heard the president this weekend say 99% of coronavirus cases, in his view, are, quote, totally harmless. Does that line up with what you're seeing in Miami?
No, that doesn't line up. 99% are not totally harmless. I think there are a percentage, and maybe even a large percentage, that are asymptomatic or very, very little symptoms or don't require hospitalization. That's a very high percentage. But that 99% are not problematic or are not dangerous. I wouldn't go that far. I think, unfortunately, we're seeing more and more people be hospitalized, younger people be hospitalized. We lost a very young person, very young boy this weekend. We also lost a 40-year-old this week. So I think, we have to be very, very careful, and we have to monitor this very closely every single day.
All right, and we'll continue to do it as well. Mayor Francis Suarez of Miami, thank you very much. Rooting for you and for all of Florida.